Andrew Yang dropped out. He was a kind of interesting candidate, at least on Twitter. At least he made people interested on the internet. Some conservatives are lamenting the end of his campaign. I am not. I wanted to take a moment to stomp on the grave of the Yang campaign because I think some conservatives are taking their amusement with the Yang campaign too far, or their pleasure that he's a sort of nice seeming guy too far. He might be a nice guy. I don't know Andrew Yang. I don't particularly care if he's a nice guy. What he was proposing as a candidate was one of the worst ideas that any candidate was floating in the race. His idea, the only actual idea that his campaign had, was to buy votes. It was to pay people $1,000 a month, pay everybody $1,000 a month, buy their vote, and that's it. It's so insidious. It's such a wicked, anti-American, anti-human, and degrading idea that I just want to stomp it out. It's called the Universal Basic Income. There are different versions of this. He called his the Freedom Dividend. The idea being, we're a really rich country, so let's take money from some people and give everyone $1,000 a month. Now, the good version, or the better version of this proposal is that you're going to eliminate the entire welfare state. All the entitlement programs are gone, and then you're going to pay people $1,000 a month, and then that'll be really good. You'll save money, people get to choose how to spend their money, and everybody wins, right? No, everybody doesn't win, everybody loses. First of all, the numbers don't work. You can't actually eliminate the welfare state and offset that by paying people $1,000 a month. Even if you could, it's politically impossible, because the whole point of the welfare state is that we're not going to have people dying in the streets in a civilized country. So you give everybody $1,000 a month. We know that the poor will always be with us. We know that people will always make irresponsible decisions with their money, at least some portion of people. And so some people are going to blow through that $1,000 a month. Then what? They're going to need more assistance. Are we going to tell them, tough luck, too bad? Live on the street, hope you do well? No, nobody's going to do that. Only in the wildest fever dreams of libertarian teenagers does anybody actually say, sorry, Buster, you're out of luck. So what you would really get is you pay everybody $1,000 a month and you still have the welfare and entitlement state. Politically, it's impossible to change that. Even if you could, it would still be a wicked, evil, degrading, destructive system, because you are then making welfare dependence out of every single American. You are getting every single American hooked on the government dole. You are degrading them. You are making those people unable to stand on their own 2 feet. It'd be like getting them hooked on a drug. You're just slowly getting them hooked on that drug. And the government, as Ronald Reagan said very rightly, the government that is big enough to give you everything you want is big enough to take away everything you have. When the government is giving you a lot of money, that's not just a gift outright. That's not just a wonderful grace or manna from heaven. That is a means of political control. Because once you get comfortable with that 12 grand a year, then you're not going to want to lose it. When the government starts making demands of you in exchange for that 12 grand a year, you're going to have to do them. A horrible idea. I hope it's an idea that is dead. I hope it never comes back. And I'm very glad that the Andrew Yang campaign is over, even though I will miss the memes. The memes were very funny. Hey, Michael Knowles here. And the fact is, a life of cigars and scotch does not come cheap. So please be sure to subscribe to the Daily Wire on YouTube, because I depend heavily on your support to continue this wonderful lib-triggering life. Thanks.